I arrived in Malmö almost 3 years ago. I had to travel from my homeland, which is Algeria. And since then, I've been living here in this city. So now it's marking my 3 years being in Malmö. Let's say 2018, 2019, actually, when I started to follow Eurovision and becoming a big fan of it, to the point that it became one of my bucket lists of things that I want to do or experience in life. And then it ended up being in Malmö. So I was like, okay, this is coming to my city. So I was, okay, this is like a sign from universe that this is the edition that I need to attend. The competition that I like the most is hosting a country that is right now committing atrocities. And even as the moment where we're speaking right now, there is children dying in Rafah, and this brings a duality here. When Russia did the aggression against Ukraine, it was a unanimous decision that it should be excluded from this competition, and then suddenly the competition is apolitical, but Russia is still excluded. So there is duality about that, a moral duality about it.
Dirty competition! Israel out of Eurovision!
So firstly, just tell me your name and where you're from.
I'm Maria, I'm from Ukraine. I was born in Lviv and I live in Kiev.
So you're taking part in this demonstration. Can you tell me why?
I know how it is when your nation is being genocided. I know how it is when your people are dying and you cannot do anything about that. So I empathize a lot with Palestinian people, so that's why I support them even more.
Obviously, Eurovision is happening right now. Are you somebody who watches Eurovision?
I always watch it every year, but this year I'm boycotting.
How does that make you feel?
Honestly, I was a bit sad in the beginning because I love Eurovision. It's always about something that unites people. But this year I feel it's for the cause, so I'm not sad anymore. I'm actually feel empowered that we do that.
Do you have something that you would say to the people who aren't boycotting?
I feel like those people who are not boycotting still should show their support somehow by wearing some symbols, by shouting at least, in any other form that they can. They can watch and still show support if they choose to do so.
Now that the event is here, how are you feeling? Do you feel conflicted at all?
A little bit of sadness, I would say. I'm not gonna lie, it's sad that it's really something that I could easily attend if I wanted to, but I have to make peace with that decision, and I think it's a fair price to pay for me as a person, and showing my empathy and solidarity with what's happening right now in Gaza.
Tell me about what you're wearing.
I'm wearing a traditional Afghan clothes, and they're made by my mother. And these are the Afghan traditional jewelry.
What's the significance of it?
It has to do with indigenous. We'll always support other indigenous because we know how imperialism, colonialism, and capitalism is affecting the indigenous people. So we'll always stand with each other. And if the indigenous stand with each other, and you're against that, you're in the wrong. You always have to listen. And if South Africa is against you, you're in the wrong. We don't tolerate hypocrisy in the media, and we don't tolerate hypocrisy by Eurovision. They are literally minimizing and denying and ignoring the Palestinian identity. Like with the Eric Sadeh, they were telling him to not have the Palestinian kufiyya. Why? That's his identity. It's about countries. Why his identity doesn't matter, but others do.
So let's say that in the future the EBU decides to exclude Israel. Would that change anything for you?
That would change it, but still, I would highly doubt that would ever happen, because if it had to be taken, the decision should have been taken earlier, especially for this edition. I think that would be the right thing to do right now, but since it didn't happen now, I don't think it's going to happen in the future.